All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Client Success Series Live. Today, we're going to be talking to Greta. She is a Kundalini yoga teacher, and she does a lot of emotional wellness work. And she made $15,000 in 2 months inside her first 2 months of the rapid expansion method. So super to have her on here. I'm just going to go ahead and tag her in here. But if you guys are watching, just let me know if you can hear and see me okay. So getting Greta on here, I'm super excited for this, especially because this is like such a different niche. So, hey.
Doing good. How are you doing?
How are you? Good. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, I'm so excited to talk to you, and I'm so excited to just kind of like talk about the success that you've had inside the program, how you feel with everything. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So tell us a little bit more about where you were.
Yeah, so I was in a position where I was really ready to take business to the next level. I had done multiple different online courses and with a lot of different coaches, and I just felt like I was really missing that strategy piece. And I had all the different pieces in place, but I didn't have the method to make it sustainable and to really understand that there was action taken for it to blossom before it was kind of just sitting back and hoping that a client would show up instead of understanding the action that needed to happen in order for that to happen.
Okay, amazing. I love this. I actually don't think I've heard this from you before, but okay, this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You were getting like a little bit of results here and there, which is so typical for someone who is not like putting in a really efficient, effective strategy. It's like you're getting a few clients here and there, but it's nothing that's just like consistent, right? So tell us what ended up happening in the first 2 months inside of the program.
Really amazing, because I think the one thing that changed a lot of how I showed up online was getting clear on my messaging and having a better understanding of the results that I am bringing to my clients. And I think every coach does, a lot of business coaches do ideal client exercises, but I think you, like, even in our one-on-one 30-minute call, like, you just helped me really zero in on that, and that able to shine into my messaging throughout the rest of the program, which will be a different confidence and a different understanding of who I am and what I provide. So that was like the number one thing that shifted. And then I think from there, people noticed me showing up. I remember within like 5 days, I had like 8 applications coming in, like all these people coming in. And so it was just like, okay, people are resonating. I'm coming off more clear. And then from there, it was just clients trickling in and clients re-signing. And I think it's because I was showing up in such a different way.
Beautiful. Okay, awesome. I love that. So 15K within 2 months of doing the program, how did that feel to be able to, and I remember when we calculated all of it and you were like, what, really? How did that feel to be like, actually, I've been doing really well?
Everybody on this journey realizes at a certain point that this is a mindset game and a game of continuing to show up and be consistent and persistent. And you've also really helped with that, is like, I think you helped me to like really celebrate myself, because I think had you not shown me, this actually is very successful, this is actually 15K business, that I would have continued to feel that lack mentality. And I'm still working through that, but you've helped me to frame it in a different way. And it's helped me to say, okay, May was super successful, June was super successful, and it's not how I thought it was going to look, but it's success nonetheless. And it makes me excited to see what happens in July and what happens in August, because now I see and understand my business and what it takes in such a different way.
Okay, beautiful. Amazing. And it's so interesting that you say that too, because I'm going to have a client success interview with Sarah Sabo on Friday. Yeah. And we were like calculating how much she made at it. At first she was like, oh, I made 10K. That feels really good. And then she came back and she's like, I actually made $20,000.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize it. And oftentimes when we're just kind of doing the activities and we're not seeing the 10K month, let's say, for example, we're like, okay, it's not working, right? We create the black and white mentality of, okay, it didn't get the 10K month, so therefore something's wrong. I'm not like, I'm not getting results. But then when you can be like, well, let's calculate how much you did make, right? So it's just like, hey, we didn't make the 10K, but we did make 15K in a little bit over a month.
Yeah.
So it's just like, right? Is that not worth celebrating?
It's been so good. And I just have loved those weekly calls with you and just always sets me back into like the right frame of mind and shifting my perspective.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And what would you say is one of the most beneficial parts for you for being inside the program so
far? Honestly, it really is just like having a coach who I actually feel like cares. And I know I've said this to you before, but I really feel like you're one who I've been in so many coaching groups before, spent thousands of dollars, but I've always did group calls and it's felt like there's only a couple people who always ask the questions and always get attention. And I'm just one who's like, well, they can ask questions, like, and maybe that is a little bit of a work thing, but it was also just like, I'm just never going to be the person who has her hand up first in the air. So I love that you make time for everybody to have questions. And I really feel like I get that individual coaching within a group. And that has really set, like I said, my mindset for the rest of the week, like that tapping in every week, you know, that alongside all the beautiful videos and all the wonderful resources within that actual program, I think it is that time with you on the phone where it feels individual, even amidst a group, as very special and I think very unique.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that. And that's something that I remember being in other programs where you're like just a number for other people. But when you, especially for introverts too, or for people who aren't really like used to taking up space, it's just like, okay, Greta, it's your, what do you have going on today? And you're like, oh, well, I guess I actually do have some things, right? And the one-to-one.
Yeah, and I feel like
go for
it's one of those things where it makes you want to do that for other people. Like now I'm in the midst of figuring out my group program and I'm like, I'm going to implement that. Because truly, like, so I've worked with some pretty big names out there and it's like, I just felt so lost and eventually just didn't show up on the calls. And like, that's such a waste of your money. It's like, if you're going to make a big investment like this, how amazing to know that you're actually going to get a coach who wants to talk to you one-on-one. You check in, you keep me on track. Like, it's very unique and special. And I think it's rare in the coaching world.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. So one of the last questions that I always ask is kind of like finish the sentence. If someone were to work with me, they would know that. Or like, what would you want to say to someone if they're on the fence, let's say, for example, about working together?
Yeah, I'd say it's either going to be this program or you're going to continue to spin your wheels. Like, I think this is your opportunity to actually put in massive action, to actually understand what it takes to be successful and have an online coaching business. And it's the perfect balance of like masculine business work and like caring feminine, like soul work. And I don't think, if all the programs and coaches I've seen, like, I don't think you're going to find anybody else who like actually is able to hold space for so many people and give you that individual attention. I think it's very, very special and very unique, and you do a tremendous job of that.
Thank you. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, well, thank you so much for saying all these incredible things. I'm obviously so excited for you and everywhere that we're taking you, because you're not even finished the program yet. So I think that is really incredible. We still have a lot more money to make. We still have a lot more clients to serve and just a lot more to do there. So if anyone is watching this and if you have any questions for Greta, if you're watching this right now, feel free to put them in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. My team and I are going to put a link down at the bottom of this video if you do want to work together and if you want to make 15K in 2 months like Greta did. We're going to leave the link to book a call together. We can see if you're a good fit for this program. Basically, what we want to do, or what I want to do, is I want to get every single person inside of this program to a place where they're signing 2 to 5 high-paying clients every single month. That's also why we just recently introduced a guarantee with the program as well. So yeah, it's like very risk-free in that sense. And yeah, Greta, is there anything else that you want to say?
I'm
what
just
are you excited for now?
To continue to see the results and to continue to show up and just to enjoy the journey of this. I think lately I've just been so grateful that I have something like this that I am building, that I am so passionate about, and I'm just excited that now I feel like I know what it takes to actually get where I want to go. So I'm just excited to keep it going.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Greta. And like I said, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the comments.
Bye.
But yeah, we'll talk to you.